The old man had an idea just because he saw that deer had antlers on their heads. He suddenly thought about adding a horn to a horse's head. But the moment the unicorn was created, it collapsed on the ground. The engineer rushed over to check its condition. It turned out the animal had osteoporosis. As for why the deer were perfectly fine, it was because of their strong stomachs. They had 3 stomachs that could provide plenty of nutrients. But the horse only had 1. On top of that, a horn was a very expensive organ. It was like trying to remodel a house that was already built. That kind of house would be unstable. But deer repaired the house by eating non-stop. The horse's stomach was too weak, so it did not have the strength to repair anything. That was why horses could not have horns. Luckily, there were always more solutions than problems. If the horn was made hollow, it would use less calcium. They quickly completed the next version of the unicorn. But to everyone's surprise, it still collapsed to the ground. The reason was nutritional imbalance. It seemed a horse could not provide the nutrients a horn needed. If they redesigned the horse to have multiple stomachs, it could solve the nutrition issue, but the creature they made would no longer be a horse. At that moment, the old man had a sudden idea. The brain consumed a lot of energy. If they made the brain smaller, and used the extra nutrients on the horn, wouldn't that solve the problem? They acted immediately. Soon, the 3rd version of the unicorn was created. Everything looked normal. It even walked with elegance. But the next second, it kept walking forward, even though the co-workers kept telling it to step back. Its horn snapped off very quickly. The old man was deeply disappointed. A co-worker suggested adding nerves to the horn. That way, the unicorn would treasure the horn. To better observe the experiment, they chose the underworld as the test site this time. But while the old man was full of hope, 2 unicorns suddenly ran into each other. Fighting was unavoidable. Because the horns had nerve systems, once a horn broke, the unicorn would only face death. The old man completely lost hope, and no longer believed in the unicorn project. At that moment, a co-worker picked up one of the horns. He was designing a new kind of animal, and wanted to borrow the horn. But the moment he attached it, an accident happened. God approved the plan immediately.